Hi, I'm Lisa from sewnlife.com, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make this cute little heart. So it's got the two little hearts at the bottom and a little embellishment here with the word love stamped on it. So it's super cute. To make this heart, this is what you're going to need. Your choice of fabric, so the main body of the heart, and then a very, very small amount for the little embellishment on the front and the little hanging hearts. An embroidery thread to hang the hearts on. Some stuffing. This is 100% polyester stuffing, but equally I use scraps most of the time, scrap fabrics and scrap cottons. And then to type the word love, I actually use an ink pad and these 4 little letter stencils. But equally, if you don't have those, you can just use a pen and just write it on. To create the template for this heart, I'm going to literally just freehand draw half of a heart on this piece of paper, which is just a piece of paper folded in half. So I'm going to cut that out, and then when I've cut that out, that will actually be symmetrical. Okay, so that's the template that I'm going to use. So I've got some nice red fabric here that I'm going to use. So what I need to do first is just draw around this template, and then once I've drawn around it, I'm going to cut out the shape. So I've cut a couple of pins in, 3 pins in, just to keep the 2 pieces of fabric together, and I am just going to cut out following my pencil line. Got my 2 pieces there. So to make the hanging loop, I've got a piece of fabric here which is 3 centimetres by 18 centimetres, and all you need to do is, with the wrong side facing up, fold over both of the edges just by about 5-6 millimeters all the way down. You can just do this with your fingers, or you can take it over and do it with the iron. It's up to you, whichever is preferable. Just do the same there, and then you're just simply going to get those 2 edges folded in so that they meet, and then they are going to be sewn all the way down, and it's going to make a little tag that can be used as a hanging loop. That will be used for the hanging loop. Just going to add a little embellishment onto the front, which is going to look really cute. So I'm going to cut a piece of fabric here. So this is about 4 centimetres by about 7 centimetres, and what I want to do is I actually want this fabric to fray. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out some of these bits at the side so that the fabric actually looks like it's frayed. Just gives it a nice rustic look. I want to put the word love. Now I've got these tiny little stencils here and an ink pad, so I am going to use them. So I'm going to stamp this in, so L, check that's right, put it in the middle, sit down hard, L, that's cute. So I've just positioned the little piece of fabric with the word love on it onto one of the hearts, and I'm just going to take that to the sewing machine and just simply sew around all 4 sides. So that's attached now. It's looking very cute. Now what I want to do is add 2 little hearts that are going to hang from the big heart. So I've cut out a piece of fabric and I'm going to fold that in half. I'm doing it in this Hessian-y type fabric, and I'm just going to freehand make a little heart shape. I'm going to cut 3 more of. So now I'm going to sew the 2 little hearts. So with the wrong sides together, they're going to be sewn all the way around, but there's going to be just about a 2 centimetre gap from the bottom of the heart to there, and that's where the stuffing's going to go in. Now these are really small little shapes. And if you want to, if you don't feel confident to do it on the sewing machine, you can actually hand sew it, do a back stitch maybe to have more control over it and make it neater. I'm going to have a go doing it on the machine. Now, I want this to look quite rustic, and I wouldn't normally do this, but I'm going to sort of encourage this fabric to fray because I think it just looks quite nice and cute. So I'm just going to pull bits off from the edge just to give it, so it ties in with the little bit there. Now, I'm going to stuff these hearts, not too much, just a little bit, just to give them a little bit of shape. What I've got here is all the little bits of thread and fabric that I cut off, and I'm going to use those to stuff it rather than use anything else. So now that the little hearts are filled with all the scraps, they just need to have the last bit sewn up. So now we want to thread the hearts. I've got some embroidery thread here, which is a similar colour, and I've got a really long needle. If you haven't got a needle this long, it doesn't matter. But what I want to do is try and go inside at the point and then go straight up and come out right in that point there. Okay. Pull that through and then go up into the second one, exactly the same. Try and go straight up, see where it comes out. There we go. And we're going to use this to attach these two little hearts to the bottom of the big heart. Tie a knot. And that is going to stop it coming undone. Okay, so if I pull that, hopefully it will disappear. Okay. Cut off the end so you can't really tell it's there. And then that will keep that from disappearing. And then these two are going to be included inside here. So I'll cut that off about there. Okay, so this tag and these mini hearts are going to go inside here when the top piece goes on. But to make sure that they are in the right position and secure, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew this. So this one sits right in the middle of the heart. So I'm going to do backwards and forwards stitches there to keep that secure. And then I'm going to do the same with this. So I'm going to turn it upside down, and then right at the end I'm going to go and do some stitches on the machine to keep that secure. So both of the hearts are going to be pinned together now, right sides together. Going to start at the bottom here and go all the way round just to keep it in place, and we're going to sew all the way round but stop about here. Okay, so just want to now cut some notches around the corners, and that's so that when it's turned the other way around it lies flat. So just cut it sort of a couple of millimeters away from the stitching edge, sorry. Okay, and also I want to cut down here so that bit sits flat as well. Let's turn this inside out now. Oh, there we go. So now we're ready to put some stuffing in. So again, I'm going to use these scraps that I've been collecting. So now that it's stuffed with all the scraps, we need to sew under this opening here. So we're going to use ladder stitch and sew this opening up. So it's finished and I think it looks really lovely. I think somebody would be really pleased to have that. It's a lovely hanging loop, so it can be put anywhere in a wardrobe, on a drawer. Yeah. So I really hope that you've enjoyed making this, and thank you very much for spending your time with me. There are lots of other videos that I've got with lots of really cute projects on, so if you want to head over to the next one, and I will see you there. Have a great day. Bye!